Sam Darley here with the Sam Darley Show, and now I'm going to wrap up my NFL draft needs videos, and I've saved one of the semi toughest divisions for last. It's got my favorite team in it, so I'm saving the best for last. And I'm going to start with the worst team in the division, the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is the AFC South draft needs. I'm sorry, and I'm going to start with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars continue to be a perennial bottom feeder in the NFL, and last year was no different. Last year they took Blake Bortles with the 3rd overall pick. He struggled mightily in his rookie season. They went out and signed Julius Thomas. They restructured Mercedes Lewis's deal. They got a decent. Honestly, I think Gus Bradley's a crappy coach. I think he should be fired, because he's yet to prove that he can get them to at least a decent record. They've lost their leading receiver, Cecil Shorts, to division rival Houston. So what do they need in the draft? They need a lot of everything. Excuse me. Well, they took Blake Bortles last year, and I thought that was a huge reach. I still feel that way. Excuse me. Still dealing with this pretty dry cough. Blake Bortles, I just don't think he's gonna be. I mean, you could talk about all the potential you want, potential, whatever you want to. It doesn't matter. You've got to produce, and he didn't produce in his first season. I know it was his rookie season. I know he didn't have much around him, but Blake Bortles, he's a top 5 pick. You really jumped the gun when you really should have. When they really should have took Khalil Mack when Houston didn't take him, and St. Louis didn't take him, but they didn't. They took Bortles. I don't think Bortles will be much. I think he'd be a decent quarterback. I just don't think he's the type of quarterback you go, well, he's the number 3 selection of the draft. I mean, the Texans came pretty close to taking him number 1 overall. It was reported a long time ago they had a draft card with his name filled out. But they didn't. They handed the one with Clowney on it. So then they took Clowney. I feel like Gus Bradley. He's too much of a high school coach, to be honest with you. He's too much of a, well, not even a high school coach. He's too much of a pee-wee coach. That it's okay, guys. It's okay. We're doing our best. There's no production. He's not getting anything. He's not getting anything out of this team, and they've continuously. Everybody can talk about, they're the team of the future, they're the team of this, they're the team of that. When do you start winning? When do you start rebuilding? And when do you start going for divisions and playoff berths and Super Bowls? And when do you start building towards that? Seriously, when do you start? The question at hand is, what do they need in the draft? They need a lot of everything. They need defense. They need offensive line for Bortles, because Bortles got rocked a lot last year. They need a running game. I don't know if Denard Robinson believes he can be that guy. And again, who wouldn't think that? They need a number 1 receiver now with Cecil in Houston. Justin Blackmon's not. I don't think he's been reinstated. But like I said, they've got 2 big tight ends and Mercedes Lewis and Julius Thomas. So there's some big targets for Blake Bortles. They need to go get offensive line. They need running back. They need wide receiver. They need defensive line, linebacker. Plesney's a top linebacker in the league. But they still, it couldn't hurt to add depth at that position. They didn't do, besides adding Julius Thomas, I don't think they did much in free agency. So, they got a lot of needs. They had a lot of cap space. They didn't do much in free agency. I don't think they could solve all the problems in the draft. Even though Jaguar fans like to believe they can. This team is going to be at the bottom of the AFC South again. I don't believe in Bradley as the coach. And I just don't believe Bortles is going to be any more than what Matt Schaub was before his meltdown, which was, he was a good quarterback for Houston, but he was never elite. He was never a guy that could carry the Texans to victory. And I just don't see that with Bortles. I really don't. But yeah, they need everything pretty much. It wouldn't be a bad team, well, other than you having a high school coach. But it was pretty much just cheering you on and not really coaching you and getting the best out of you. I mean, last year there was a report that Bradley was expecting more out of Bortles' his rookie year. For crying out loud, I knew Bortles was not going to do much in his rookie year. They should have just stuck with Chad Henne and just let Bortles develop for a year. I know that would have been a bad move for the Jaguars, but seriously, the worst thing they could have done was throw Bortles into the line of fire, which they did, and now they're begging him for more. They need everything. But tell me what you think they need. I think they need a lot. They need offensive line, running back, wide receiver, and every position on defense. A bit of everything. This has been Sam Rowley with the Jacksonville Jaguars draft needs. Thanks for watching.